Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to have a brief little discussion about Halloween for 2020. So we all know what's going on with this COVID-19 coronavirus thing. The world is essentially shut down basically for safety of everyone to stay at home as much as possible, so that way it kind of brings down the potential of spreading it even more so than it's already been. So I don't want to make this a thing about the coronavirus. I don't want to make this a thing that's political, because it's not. This right now, what we're going through, is unfortunately something that is a world thing. It is something we are all going through and we're all having to deal with in our own separate ways. It's not a political thing by any means. It's not a race thing. It's simply something that happened in the world that now we're dealing with, and we're trying to get through the best we can. And one thing that comes with that is a timeline of uncertainty. We just don't know what's going to happen, or when everything will open back up, or if it will even be normal again this year. We have no idea. Things are just so uncertain right now that we don't know what's going on. We don't know what to expect, and we kind of have to trust the experts on this to do their jobs and get us, and lead us in the right direction, and go on a timeline that is safe for everybody. And it's, like I said, it's not something that's political or what you believe in as far as presidency or anything, because essentially and eventually the experts are the ones that are going to be the ones that open up this country to, normalcy again. So we have to wait for that, and we have to trust them that they're going to do their jobs right, and let us know when everything is safe to kind of reopen. So with that being said, I work in the hospitality industry. I work in hotels. I've been in hotels for 22 years now. 22 years of my company, 24 total. So, being in the event world, I'm very close to the people that are talking about what to expect moving forward. And moving forward, we're looking at a timeline of July and beyond for hotels, that is, to open up and being able to start hosting meetings again in person. Now, that is just an estimate. That is just a good guess at what the professionals are thinking and what they're hearing in the hotel world as far as gatherings of groups, whether it's 6, 50, or 100. It's looking like July is maybe the earliest we're going to see things reopen up for that aspect. So with that being said, I wanted to talk about Halloween, and I wanted to talk about what to expect with haunted houses this year, and I want to also talk about home haunters. But I'm probably going to do a separate video about the haunted houses, because I'm still talking to people that are close to me, that are close to the haunted house professional world, and we're still kind of, we're just talking amongst ourselves, brainstorming ideas of what could work. So I want to wait till I get more information and we talk to a couple more people about their ideas and kind of what they're seeing in their state, their area, as far as haunted houses, and what the possibility is of even having them this year. So yeah, so as we look at it, my belief here for 2020 is that Halloween is going to be unlike any other, and I think a lot of people are going to feel the same. I have a feeling trick-or-treating is not going to happen. I just don't see a way it can safely happen, as far as going up to a door, knocking on it, getting candy, reaching into a bowl, or some stranger putting it into your bowl. I just don't see how that can be deemed safe at this point. We don't know what's going to happen in October, but right now, on May the 8th, I think it is, that's kind of what I'm feeling as far as trick-or-treating is going to go. Even having like a bowl out, like I said, you still got a bunch of people reaching in if that's the way you're going to go, and that just doesn't seem like it's going to be a viable option for 2020, as far as what's in store for the kids. So where I think that brings us in as home haunters and yard haunters and even professional haunters, I think the home haunters are going to be absolutely essential, that we're talking essential employees and work and whatever. I think home haunts are going to be extremely essential this year, as far as decorating a yard, any kind of decorations up around the house, or in a window, or along the perimeter. Anything is going to be something nice for the kids this Halloween. So now, as a home haunt, I'm in a new spot. I did that Quarantine-a-Ween back on March 31st, and I got some good ideas of what I want to do. And I also got some ideas as far as what I could do, as far as a little mini maze in my yard that would be safe, no trick-or-treating, but something for them to enjoy. And I think I can do that. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to build that. And as far as letting people in and out, and I think it'll be safe, and I think I have a way to do that. Just watching what I did from across the street and seeing how people were approaching my house during Quarantinoween gave me some ideas and thoughts about, what I could do to make sure that it's safe come Halloween time. And that goes for everybody out there. Home hunters, you guys are extremely important this year. Decorating that yard so the kids can walk by and just enjoy what they're looking at. So the adults can drive their kids by, slowly cruise on by, maybe stop and see what, we did for them. That's going to be very important this year. I think home hunts are going to be a huge part of the joy of the children for Halloween this year, as well as just any Halloween lovers in general. It's honestly kind of unimaginable that this would ever happen at all. Anything in history that we've seen as far as plagues or anything like that, they're all way back during the old, history books of early 1900s and 1800s, and nothing like that has happened in our lifetime or even in many generations. So it's something that we're going to have to create a new kind of reality for the children, and if we want to keep doing this, to please everybody on Halloween. It's our passion. We love Halloween. We love, being creative and getting our ideas out there onto our yard and around our house, whether it's lighting, projection, decorations. It's our creativity, I think, this year that is going to be a huge statement for what we can do moving forward in future years, and when something like this, if something like this ever comes along again, but mainly just making it safe and something that people can enjoy, during Halloween time, because I think behind Christmas, it's the most loved holiday there is. For me, it's Halloween, obviously, then Christmas. But for a lot of people, Halloween comes right there, and they look forward to it, When I started this YouTube channel 12 years ago, 10, it's been a long time. I think it was 2008 when I started this, so that would be about 12 years now that I started it. And the world was different. There were a lot of home hunters, but there was no YouTube activity. There were very few YouTubers that actually put out their stuff based on Halloween into the world. That doesn't mean there weren't great ones out there. They just weren't doing it. They weren't putting stuff on YouTube yet. And now that's completely flipped. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of home hunters out there putting their videos of their yard and their decorations and their spirit and love of Halloween on YouTube, which is fabulous because we have so many creative people out there in our community, and I think it's really important that we keep that going this year. I think the home hunter, the yard hunter community should grow this year, just because that's going to be a way that we can celebrate Halloween safely. We can decorate our yard. People can walk by. People can drive by. And I think that's going to be the importance of us this year, and how essential we are to making this Halloween for 2020 a success, and make it memorable and make it great for everybody out there who loves Halloween and wants this holiday to stay and want this holiday to happen in a creative way where, we're going above and beyond the normalcy of what we do to make this happen this year. So if any of you guys have any ideas or any thoughts about what you were going to do for Halloween this year, or have you even thought that far? Have you even thought about the impact yet that we're going to see once, we get closer to August, September, when we start those planning ideas and maybe even start building some yards for October when we get there? I start building in September because starting October 1st, I want my full display in effect for the entire month. We get that month to celebrate Halloween. Some people come just that day. Maybe some people think about it a couple days before. I enjoy it the entire month, and I want my neighborhood to enjoy it the entire month, and so maybe not the walkthrough I have planned, or I guess I would say the kind of revised walkthrough I have planned for this year at the new house, but I like people to enjoy it for a long period of time, and I like to enjoy it. I like to go out and just stare at it. It makes me happy. So please, comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Maybe I'll pull a couple ideas out of the comment section and talk about those and share that with everyone else that watches this channel. I would love to hear what you're thinking. I would love to hear what your town, maybe your county, maybe your state is introducing as far as guidelines, because I'm in California. We're super strict out here. We have the strictest guidelines there are, and it's honestly, it's for the best, and I don't mind them. I appreciate them. We're not like locked down in prison. We can still go out and go get things we need. We can go to Target. We can go to Walmart. You know, we can go and still shop and do things. We can go wash our car. We can go to parks. You know, beaches are closed right now because people are just out of control with, you know, just being, honestly, just kind of oblivious and not believing in what this really is. And you know, that kind of, that hurts me because it is a real thing. I've seen people impacted and heard about people that I know have families that are being impacted by this. So it is a real thing, whether you want to believe it or not, but I'm appreciative of the guidelines we have in place here in California, and I don't feel locked down in any way. I'm very safe when I go out. You know, I wear a mask, I wear gloves, I sanitize my hands every time I touch something in and out of a store. So, I mean, I'm doing all the precautions to stay safe. Same thing with the family. So as far as California, we have some very strict guidelines, and I'm sure they're going to stay throughout, you know, that maybe till the end of the year. Who knows? I just don't know at this point. We don't know. So that's why I'm kind of thinking about it now and hoping that there can be some hope of a jolly Halloween, if you want to call it that. Because I think the home haunters, like we're the ones that can be very important to Halloween this year. Haunted houses, I believe they're still going to have a way to open and generate business and money. But there's some realities that we've talked about that are things that we can't ignore as professional haunters on that side of things too. So, but that's for a different video. I'll do another video on that in a few days. But things are going to have to change there. They're going to have to. There's no way they cannot change, unfortunately. But I think there's ways where it can still be successful. Maybe not as successful as they used to be, but there's a way they can be successful, and we'll talk about that on the next video. So so please comment below. Let me know about your thoughts and feelings about Halloween for 2020 as far as a home haunter. Even if you put 2 pumpkins out in your yard, it's something. I consider you a home haunter. Whether you're going extravagant like myself or some other haunters and going crazy and building things and building facades and lighting and projection, or you're doing a few tombstones and some pumpkins, that's fine too. Everybody's a home haunter. There's different levels. The love of Halloween we share is the same, and that's what matters. So thank you guys for watching the video. Let me know below about your thoughts. And yeah, guys, you know, it's going to be different, but we're going to make this work, guys. We're going to make Halloween for 2020 a success.